This is KFI, WBA Super Flyweight World Champion, and you're watching True School Sports.
Shit about boxing is infamous.
Everybody know. Most motherfuckers don't know shit about boxing.
Where did that phrase come from?
Motherfuckers can't train. When I say they don't know shit about boxing, most motherfuckers can't train. Don't know how to train a motherfucking fighter. I can train any motherfucker there is. I had a bunch of motherfucking fighters, so it ain't no shit to me. It ain't a thing to me. Most motherfuckers, like I said, most people don't know shit about boxing because most motherfuckers can't train, period.
Okay. When did you start saying that phrase?
I said that since I've been a little bitty ass kid.
So that's a long time frame.
Hey, I don't say nothing different than what I said before. Most motherfuckers don't know shit about boxing.
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, some really unfortunate news. It doesn't seem to stop this year. You know, I made the video recently about, you know, one of South Florida's very own and a great amateur coach and a fantastic trainer, and Coach Jamel Edie passing away. Well, no sooner than you know I get done with just thinking about that whole situation. Now it's been reported that a absolutely true legend, a testament to this sport, Roger the Black Mamba Mayweather, you know, the original Black Mamba. You know, even, you know, not to get too depressing, but, you know, even the Black Mamba in basketball, Kobe Bryant, he's no longer here. So it's been a really eventful year and just full of a lot of deaths in sports, you know, in 2020. But Roger Mayweather has passed away. I just woke up from my nap and I just saw this. He's passed away at the age of 58. And you know, what can we say about Roger Mayweather, the fighter? I mean, this is a guy, he had a 72 fight career, 2-weight world champion. You know, he fought the likes of Julio Cesar Chavez Sr., the great Chavez Sr., you know, had a good account against Chavez Sr., then got stopped in the later rounds. You know, he fought the likes of Rocky Lockridge and Samuel Serrano, and throughout the course of his career, he displayed those excellent, you know, skills, silky catch and shoot, counter-punching skills that many fighters from Michigan and the Midwest after him displayed, like, you know, the great James Toney and, you know, most notably the guy to my left, on that t-shirt, Floyd Mayweather Jr. So yeah, he passed away apparently because I think it was due to what was it due to? Honestly, it doesn't even matter what it was due to. I don't even want to get into what it was due to. The fact of the matter is he's no longer here with us. So we've been hearing for a couple of years that Roger's health wasn't the best in boxing. You know, as far as Roger's health wasn't the best. So this isn't a surprise. It's just the timing of it is not that good. You know, but then again, the timing of any death really isn't that good. But the timing of it now is the worst because for me personally, we just lost a great coach in Coach Jamel Edie. Now we have the coronavirus epidemic, and now we have this, and it's just unfortunate because, you know, when they say when it rains it pours, and it's freaking pouring right now. Now, I had the opportunity, and I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna pace back and forth for a bit. I had the opportunity to meet Roger Mayweather in 2017. I was 22 years old. I just turned 22 years old. I went to Las Vegas for the first time to visit boxing gyms and things of that nature, and I was hanging out with my good friend Coach Jonathan Begas. So shout out to Coach John at Heavy Hitters Boxing Gym in Las Vegas. I was hanging out with him. He was showing me around Vegas, and there was an amateur show going on. So I went to the amateur show. And when I walked into the amateur show, I ran into Roger Mayweather. He was wearing a New Orleans Saints hoodie. I don't know why, but he had a New Orleans Saints hoodie on. So I see Roger. I said, "Hey Roger, what's up, man?" He said, "Hey, how you doing?" I said, "Not much, man. Great to meet you. You're a fantastic trainer," and things like that. And then I asked him for a picture, and he gladly took the picture, you know. Then after that, he asked me. He said, "Are you a fighter?" And I said, "Well, you know, I train to stay in shape, and, you know, I've sparred a lot of rounds, but no, I'm not like a amateur fighter or a professional fighter or anything like that." And he's like, "Man, you should be boxing, man. You should be boxing. You got the body, you got the size. You could be a really good fighter at lightweight." Like he said that to me, which was crazy. Which is crazy to hear someone say that to me. But he actually wound up saying that to me, and I laughed it off. And we talked for a bit more. You know, Coach John came and talked to him, and Coach John has a better relationship with him than I do. And one thing that I told Roger when we were talking is that you're a very down to earth guy. You're a very down to earth guy because a lot of times with because his nephew is Floyd. You would think that the Mayweathers are all arrogant people because Floyd comes off as very arrogant in the media and whatnot. But Roger's like, nah, I don't care about none of that. He said, I don't care about none of that shit. I don't care about none of that media stuff. I'm just myself, man. I'm just myself. And that's how it was. And I never had the opportunity to meet Roger again after our little interaction in 2017. But the one time I met him, man, he left an impression on me. He was a great person. Obviously, I respect him so much for what he did for the sport because all I can do is respect a guy like Roger Mayweather. This is a man who had 72 fights. That was a two-weight world champion that fought some great fighters. Fought some of the greatest fighters who ever lived. He fought the great Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. He fought the great Pernell Whitaker. He was world champion and fought many fighters. Beat Samuel Serrano, who was a world champion. Beat Rene Arredondo, was a good fighter. Fought Rocky Lockridge. So he fought two of the greatest fighters of all time, in Pernell Whitaker and Chavez Jr. Or Chavez Sr. Not Chavez Jr. Chavez Sr. And then he helped groom, and that's what I want to get to now. He helped groom that man right there, Floyd Mayweather Jr. Now, boxing is an exceptional sport, and he's got a lot to do with the success of that man. Because early on in Floyd's life, his father actually went to jail, and Roger had to shoulder the responsibility of training him and grooming him. And if you go back to a lot of old Floyd interviews, he would say, I got the best trainer in the world, Roger Mayweather. He's my trainer. My uncle, he's the best. And I can't blame Floyd because it was their trademark pad work. Everybody wanted to do pad work like Roger and Floyd. If you guys may remember, the popularization of pad work really took off when we would see these amazing pad work routines from Floyd and Roger. Now, with them, it was like okay, their pad work had a purpose. They're picking shots. They're turning. They're using angles. They're not just standing in one spot doing stupid pad work like we see with a lot of trainers. But the fact that so many trainers try to imitate their pad work, it's a they say imitation is the highest form of flattery, and it is, and it was, and he left an indelible mark on the sport. As a fighter, definitely as a trainer, and he coined, he helped popularize probably one of the most overused but amazing catchphrases in all of boxing, particularly here on YouTube, and that is, "You don't know shit about boxing." And that came from it started with an HBO interview, on 24/7, and he's like, most people don't know shit about boxing. Most motherfuckers don't know shit about boxing. And he's like, most motherfuckers can't train. I can train any motherfucker there is. He was a very animated guy. He had a great character. So he's left boxing with a lot. Roger Mayweather has left an indelible mark on the sport. From you don't know shit about boxing to Floyd Mayweather Jr. training him, and then to his fantastic fight career, which spanned over multiple weight classes, being a world champion in 70 plus fights. Roger Mayweather, all we can say is thank you for your contribution and being a testament to the sport. Roger Mayweather, all you can say is just God bless you, God rest his soul, and I'll pray for his family, man. I pray for Floyd, I pray for everybody out there because it sucks to continue getting news like this. I know it's life, the world turns, trains and buses don't stop, but it's really pouring right now. So that's the news. Roger Mayweather has passed at the age of 58. And all you can say to Roger Mayweather is thank you for your contribution to the sport, and I'll continue to remind most people in my comment section of what you told us many years ago. Most motherfuckers don't know shit about boxing.
Showtime, Sean Porter. It's Aerosmith Jr. Hey everyone, this is Jesse Vargas. You're watching True School Sports. You're watching True School Sports. All right. And you're watching True School Sports. Stay tuned.